But how do we keep that gun eating to shoot all these targets and still maintain accountability, right? Because that is a thing. It's points divided by time. I want to score good points. Well, there's a specific physical cue that's going to let us know when we need to release the small spot on this target and regain the small spot on the next target, right? And it has to happen at a specific time and place, because if it happens too soon, you'll drag out of the target. And if it happens too late, then the gun returns you're slow and you have to push the gun over, right? And that's just eating up time. Does that make sense? So we call this a trigger break exit. And what that is on the last trigger press of the denoted round they're going to be shooting. So if we're shooting 2 rounds, as I'm pressing the trigger the second time, that is the permission for me to leave my small spot that I've picked on my first target and move to the second target. Why that happening, as you've seen from doubles, right? The gun wants to go where the eyes go, right? The gun will naturally start to float in that direction. Now I just got to pick that refined small spot to give it a home base so it has some precision to land right there. And then I can apply the appropriate shooting scheme based on the distance and difficulty of that target. Does that make sense? So, little easier said than done, right? So I'm going to break this apart into layers and get your eyes really training, because this is very visually driven. The guys that were here yesterday with the pistol moves a lot more than a rifle. So you had a lot more inertia driving that gun to the next target. You're not going to see that with the rifle. So the rifle's going to want to return really quick back to that target. So it requires you to actually probably put a little input into the gun. But nonetheless, the eyes still have to be ahead of it so it has that particular spot to land with precision. Tracking? Good? All right. So this is the way it's going to look. I'm going to aim in on the front target here. I'm not building them out right now. We're just going to train our eyes, all right? This is heavily visually driven, so I just want to isolate that component. So I'll be aimed in at the front target. Desh will hit the buzzer. I'll fire the round, and then as soon as I press that trigger, I'm releasing my visual anchoring on the front target, driving to the next target and picking a small spot, and then assessing how that gun lands on the second target. This is the only important part of this drill here, is the bump and how it arrives, right? So all of my real bandwidth is focusing on how precise does this dot land on the next target. And if it doesn't land exactly where I want it, I need to assess on why it didn't. Am I just shoving on the gun and trying to throw it over there real aggressive and therefore it has no chance? Or am I just picking a spot too gross visually that it gives the gun too much freedom to kind of go wherever it wants, right? So we'll play with that, with this particular evolution, and we'll get our eyes trained up to keep this gun moving, and then we'll put it all together, all right? So all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start in the mounted position, Desh will hit the buzzer, and I'll bump the gun and my eyes right off the trigger brake. Are you ready? Yep. Stand by. Right there, right? So now all I'm assessing is, did that dot land exactly where I want, where I could start shooting instantly? That time it did, right? Good. If it doesn't, I need to think about, why did that not happen? And go down that checklist that we've provided to you. Cool? All right, I'll do a couple times with that so you guys get a feel. All the value is in the second target. Are you ready? Yep. Stand by. Stand by. That one was shitty. Stand by. Yep. Good. Stand by. Good. So that one that was shitty, I just didn't get my eyes ahead of the gun, right? So my eyes were sloppy. It stayed planted on this target, and then when I pushed the gun over, because it was like the appropriate time to push it over, but my eyes weren't there, it landed right on the right shoulder of the target, right? So then I would have had to make a correction if I wanted to shoot. And I'm trying to minimize those corrective measures that I have to make visually and physically so I can start shooting sooner. Make sense? All right, so once that's looking good, we're gonna go 1, 1, and then I'm gonna bump the head. The head is very, very difficult to get it to land precise. And usually what happens, because that middle target is more difficult, it wants you to stare at it longer, right? Because as you're coming out of this, you're bumping into that, you're getting your hit, you're like, fuck yeah, I got my hit. But then that ruins the timing of you getting out of that. So you have to press the round on the middle target, trust that you got it, and then move your eyes quickly to the back target and pick a really, really small spot like a paster so it lands right in the head box. Does that make sense? All right, it'll look like this. Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Stand by.
And that one landed good. Hope I do that again. All right, again.
Stand by.
Yep. I wasn't supposed to shoot that, but that was good. And it just felt like I should press it. Right, so we're just... I was like, oh man, this is going good. I better shoot this motherfucker. We're just assessing that through it. I'm sorry, I'm a child, and I have ADHD, and I've been dealing with it for 42 years. All right, so we'll just do it correctly now. 1, 1, and bump the head. Don't shoot the fucking head. Okay?
Are you ready?
Yep.
Stand by.
Assess, right? And I'm really being nitpicky on how that dot lands on the head because the dot is basically like the size of half of the head. So I need it to be super precise that it lands right in the middle there. And that means I need to pick that small spot. So once that looks good, we'll do it all together. 1, 1, 1, which will look like the one that I already did, but I'll do it again for you. And I am pressing this as soon as it lands in there. All right, it lands. We're going to forget about confirmation levels right now, right? As soon as it lands, bop, I want to press it because I want to force your eyes to get that gun there precisely. All right? So we're not going to wait for stop dot, so it's just kind of like a roller coaster. Bop, bop, bop. All right? If I see some fucked up shit, we'll talk about what happened. Okay?
Are you ready?
Yep.
Stand by.
That one's on the left side, right in the black there. So that one's not in the head. It's right on the side of it. Just left. Didn't get my eyes there soon enough. Okay. Do it again.
Stand by.
Yep. Yeah, that's spot on. Okay.
Stand by.
Yep. Of course, but the dot landed there nice. All right. We get the point? All right. That's what we're going to work on now.